going to be up there, which is great.
Okay.
And they're looking at Dave and Buster's coming up to New
Nice.
Hampshire.
I love
I
Dave
went
and
to the one
Buster's.
in Providence when we were down there. Awesome place.
That's great. Isn't it great?
It's fun.
Awesome place. Very fun place.
The closest one here is in Woburn, Mass. From here, from Nashua, Manchester area, it's probably, I don't know, a good half an hour, 40 minutes. If there's no traffic, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Drink and play games.
It is.
It's a lot of fun.
They get like laser tag and all
that's
that
fun.
crazy shit. And I mean, real awesome video games that like, wow.
They do.
Like, even fat-friendly ones that I can get in and go, yeah, this is fun. You know?
603-217-5400. Again, phone number is 603-217-5400. Did she go to like the North Pole to make the hot
I
chocolate?
told you, see? This is if it takes this long to make hot chocolate, this is wrong.
No, the real stuff's made. You just
Oh,
gotta
here
hold
she
it-
comes.
hold your-
Oh, here we go.
They're
hot.
Do we know which one is which? Okay, you've made it. Okay. So is it hot? We don't want Mike.
It is hot, so you're gonna have to sip it.
What? Well, and let it cool down. All right, we'll do it at the when we come back from our first break.
Okay, we'll do the- okay. So-
because I don't want to get burned.
All right. So, ladies,
to the
you're
point where, like, look at.
Oh wow, yeah.
so
Burned yourself?
I
ladies.
burned. Look at my hand.
Oh,
Oh
jeez,
my
I'm
God!
sorry.
See, I told you that's that damn
But it
milk.
doesn't matter. The temperature doesn't matter. Instant mix is the same thing. It can
Yeah,
be
that's
The
really
last
wicked
time
hot.
you burned yourself making hot chocolate. Can you go back that far? It's the goddamn milk. Now
How do you know
now
that?
we
How do you
have
know
to
that?
bring her
How do
to
you
the
know
You're not gonna
ER.
know which
How do
one
you
it
know
is.
that?
Because
How do
who
you-
burns themselves making regular hot chocolate?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
It's the cups that are hot.
We're going to the ER. I can see it now. We're going to have to cut the show.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No.
Well,
Look
then
at
you'll be
me.
fine. You'll be fine.
I got no lactose in my tolerance.
No, it's the cups that are hot. It's not the.
You mentioned this briefly. I really want to bring this up because this story has just become viral, and there's other stories that we're going to be talking on today's show as well. Let's talk about this. A holiday classic is facing controversy after some viewers deemed it inappropriate.
Fucking A.
After the beloved Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer TV special that airs every year, the Huffington Post tweeted out a video summarizing ways in which it could be seen as problematic. The first special aired in 1964, and the video pointed out some themes that are inappropriate now. Among them was the bullying of little Rudolph faces for his red nose, including verbal abuse from his father Donner, who tries to covering up his shiny nose. There are more important things than comfort, self-respect. Donner tells Rudolph after the reindeer complains after the nose cover-up. The holiday TV classic the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is seriously problematic. Reads captions on the video which have seen over 5.6 million times. Among the critiques were Santa aids. It says the critiques where Santa, talks to the young reindeer as well as bullying behind the coach, egging him on not to let Rudolph play with them as well. Okay, so the comments ignited controversy on Twitter on many different shows as well. Most people finding it hard to believe that some would have a problem with this particular tale. Even the ladies on The View got into debate on this earlier this year, and they all agreed that any criticism did not make any sense. People accused Santa of being a bully as well, even in on the TV special. Do they know the show? Whoopi Goldberg has mentioned on this, and they said, "Where is the problem?" So again, to my lovely Common Sense New Hampshire panel, who wants to go first and say, are we living in a world where people are sensitive? Is the show okay? I'm glad you're laughing.
You're really gonna go there?
I am.
Oh my God!
People need to pull up their big girl pants.
Well, that's the thing. How big are these big girl pants and big boy pants? Let's start with Mad Mike. Matt,
It's
Mike,
because of this goddamn internet, social media fucking thing. You can't. Somebody is getting offended with the fucked up dude. Santa Claus offends first. Next thing you're gonna tell me that Santa's not real, and I'm gonna fucking snap.
there was a story about that. We're going to talk about that later. But here, hold on one second. We can even say the same thing about Santa Claus. Okay, he goes and brings presents.
Breaks into people's houses.
Okay, breaking and entering.
Yeah.
We could
What
say
about
that, right? We could say that too. Okay. Next year, we're going to find out that Santa Claus is diabetic. Okay?
Now I'm defended, offended, whatever that is.
He might be lactose intolerant from all the milk and cookies. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? He's got soot. He's got, red cheeks. Maybe
High
he's been
blood
drinking.
pressure.
Maybe he's been drinking.
Oh, you gotta
we don't
drink.
know that.
To deal with all those kids, he's got to be a raging alcoholic. I have 5 grandkids, and I'm a raging alcoholic.
This is all we need now. Did you hear what the Common Sense New Hampshire people said?
Yeah.
Santa Claus is a drunk. He's an alcoholic. He's a criminal too. He's been drinking and entering.
What the hell, man?
And here's the other thing. How does he get into the houses that don't have chimneys?
That cocaine.
Magic.
It's that magic.
Magic.
Dust. It's
What,
the magic
what about
dust.
the apartment buildings?
Magic.
Santa Claus.
There's
Sorry.
a lot of offensive jokes here. A lot of offensive
We were
jokes.
watching Jeff Dunham last night.
Jeff Denham. There was the
Look
couple
at the
of
play. Look at the play.
Santa Claus.
I hate this.
No, you're
Oh,
watching
God.
the recap again. And
Why are you
Tarkowski,
touching
where is he?
yourself?
Change the channel.
You're the
You're
one
the
that
one
put
that
on that.
remote.
You're the one that wanted it.
Where's the porn on this TV?
Yeah, there's no
There it
porn,
is.
unfortunately, on this TV.
All right, so we change it to that. I don't know shit.
So, Rudolph, here's the thing that I love about Rudolph, especially when they're talking about the bullying of Rudolph. This is a problem that exists now. And this is one of the things that I love about this TV special, because bullying in schools and in after-school programs exists today. And I think this is one of the things that I love about this TV special, because it talks about bullying and what they do to Rudolph. Am I...
And how he perseveres. So how
Correct.
is that not a positive? Because somebody's got their panties in a bunch.
It gets spun, man. It gets spun, you know? They'll turn it into... Rudolph ends up being a
One
crack
word
dealer.
for everybody like
That's
that.
how it gets
Relax.
spun, man.
Go
Rudolph
smoke
saves
a
the
blunt
day
and
because
relax.
he becomes the beacon where, Santa can, deliver those
Right.
presents on that snowy night.
He
Come on now.
perseveres above all.
Exactly.
It's a good message.
It's
Ridiculous. People need to relax.
They're not going to.
They need to.
They're not going to relax. They're not going to stop being fucking
horrible.
assholes.
This is what happens when you stop beating your kids.
How to be wound up.
Well,
all that.
that's something that's extreme now. Let's not forget. There's also
Everybody's become soft.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a report that came out as well, that if you severely beat your child, well, not severely, but spanking or beating your child, they become more aggressive towards people, and they might have a criminal history because they grew up being spanked by their
spanked.
mom and dad.
I was spanked.
I'm like the
I
nicest
grew up
person.
old school. I grew up old school.
I did
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Well,
I
we
turned out
all
fine.
are old school here.
I was
You know what I
spanked.
watched yesterday? This is a show that brings back memories. The I forgot the name of it. Not the Jeffersons.
All in Family?
No, what was the other one with
Cosby's?
No, oh man, I'll go back to that. Go ahead. I gotta think.
Well,
Hold on.
you're speaking of the Jeffersons and All in the Family. Now there was a show. Come on.
Oh,
He
you
was-
brought that back.
He was so racial. If you ever Archie Bunker.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap! How did that show exist?
Try to bring that back nowadays. You'd be
Holy
like,
crap.
well, nope. There's no way you can say honky, cracker,
Yes.
any of that stuff.
Well,
you can't say
And
any
that
of
special episode with Sammy Davis Jr. where he gives him a big kiss.
Kiss.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That was classic. The other TV show, believe it or not, was the original Star Trek, the original series. There was a scene where Captain Kirk actually kisses Lieutenant Uhura, who is African American. Oh my God! In that scene where, that the two kiss and they're like, oh my God, Captain Kirk just kissed a black woman, and it was ratings, but everybody also took offense during the 60s and 70s when that episode.
The
happened
show
as
was
well.
with J.J. Walker. What was that?
That was Good Times.
Good Times.
Yep, Janet Jackson was in it. Yeah.
So I'm watching this episode, and it's Michael's friend is over doing homework, and he refuses to do the homework with Michael. So the dad gets up and says, "You better do that homework, or I'm going to beat your ass."
Right. Yep.
And I'm looking at that going, if that was aired today, and he literally beats him. They hear him. You don't see it, but you hear it. And basically it was like, why'd you beat me? You don't love me. He says, the reason I did beat you is because I love you.
Right, exactly.
And I'm just sitting there going, God, if this was on today, holy crap.
There was other episodes in that TV series. Janet Jackson plays the little girl with their neighborhood friend. What was her name? Thelma?
Yeah.
I think it was Thelma.
Yeah.
And then Janet Jackson ends up with bruises and stuff like that because she was getting beaten by her foster parents and stuff, and she ultimately gets adopted. But that was another controversy there as well. Oh my God, holy crap!
And all those shows were actually tied in with each other.
They were.
They were like a
you watched All in the Family. You watched The Jeffersons. You watched Good Times.
You could go on with shows about. I mean, look at Married with Children.
I love that show. That was so funny.
Well, you could.
It was racist against fat people. It was,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bundy knew what to say.
Yeah.
He really did. But, and that was the thing about Fox. Fox takes things to an extreme. And, they've always had that shock and awe factor.
That's why they're awesome.
Family Guy. There was, again, Married with...
Quagmire.
Married with Children. Quagmire. Oh, my God. Look out. Jesus. But now it's just, we've talked about this on the show so many times that I'm afraid to say hi to people or put a hand on a person's shoulder going, you just touched me inappropriately. We live in this kind of world now. Transgender. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. You can play a song at a club and you probably offend somebody.
It is sad
this song
that people
offends me.
are wound
Shut it off.
But yet,
baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Like we talked about last week's
get a
episode.
Dance remix for that song. I'm telling you.
That'd be great.
That dance remix is going to happen.
Yet we have people coming up and requesting Drake and, talking about date rape and
pimps and hoes
and pimps and hoes and beating the shit out of a woman because she didn't listen. And, I mean, you could go on and on with those songs.
Yeah.
But
that's not offensive.
No, because it's it's the Cardi B's and the Drakes and 369, that fucking idiot. Sorry, I don't give a shit if you don't like me or not.
This is the world we live in, folks.
You
we've turned into our parents, and the fucking music today garbage, just like the music years ago was garbage to our parents. It's just a revolving fucking thing of bullshit. Which music today sucks, by the way.
Let's do this. Let's do one more story, and then we're gonna take a break. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the taste test.
The Hot Chocolate Challenge.
The Hot Chocolate Challenge. Listen to this story. Oh my
Trying to cool it off for you, Mike.
I'm not sure if you guys...
It's like super hot.
I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but the actual candy cane actually has a representation.
Yeah,
let me do the story and then we can talk about this. Listen to this crap. An elementary school principal in Nebraska was placed on leave after telling teachers to avoid decorating their classrooms with Christmas-themed ornaments so they do not offend any of the children in those particular classrooms because of the holidays. The principal at Manchester Elementary School, figure that one out, sent out a memo earlier that week with guidelines as to what's considered appropriate for classroom decorations and assignments. Teachers reportedly were told that generic winter-themed items like sledding and scarves and hats and coats, and even the character from Frozen, Olaf, was considered acceptable. Decorations that included Santa, Christmas trees, reindeer, green, red items, even the menorah was considered unacceptable in the particular elementary school.
Wow.
Okay? The candy canes were prohibited because the principal said that it deemed a religious significance. Historically, the shape of J, the candy cane, okay, just if you turn it upside down, the J represents Jesus. The red also represented the blood of Christ, and the white represented the symbol of his resurrection. The principal goes on and continues and goes on saying that I feel uncomfortable that I have to get to be this specific, but for everyone's comfort, I'm going to have to do this in my memo. The Elkhorn School District told Fox News in a statement that the memo does not reflect the policy of the particular public school district regarding any holiday symbols in the school or the district or the policy itself. It says that Christmas trees, Santa Claus, Easter eggs even, and bunnies are considered to be secular, seasonal symbols and may be displayed in teaching aids, provided they don't disrupt